Welcome. In this video, let us see the BMCP topic painting. In this, we will be seeing constituents, purpose, characteristics, classification, and process of painting. Also, we will be seeing wood finishes and varnishing. So, let us get into it. So, if you see the definition of the paint, it is a colored substance which is simply spread over a surface and left dry to leave a thin decorative colored and protective coating film. So, it will give nice appearance and protection as well for a surface. So if you see the constituents of the paint, so it will be having two types of paints, a solvent borne paint and water borne paint. So pigment is common, is a coloring substance, binder solids, binder solvent, liquid additives, solvent. So if you see water borne paint, it will be having pigment and vehicle, remaining all is vehicle. And here solvent borne paint, in a 55 gallon drum, half will be the solids and remaining will be the solvent. So if you let us see all of them in a detailed manner. Pigment is a coloring substance simply, so it will be added in order to give a required color to the paint. Let us see resin. So is a binder to hold the pigment particles together and provide adhesion to the surface that has to be painted. So it is kind of body. Solvent, if you see, it acts as a carrier for the pigment and resin. It may be organic such as mineral or inorganic such as chemicals. So it is a thinner for the paint. Paint booster. So if you see the additives, in order to enhance the certain properties such as ease of brushing, mold resistance, scuff resistance, drying and sag resistance, we will be adding some additives according to our requirement. So purpose of painting. So why should we paint the surfaces? In order to protect the surface from the insects, rain, solar radiation and other external factors. Simpler maintenance, in order to give simpler maintenance, well painted surfaces are easier to keep clean and safe, increasing the visual appeal of the surface. Waterproofing and increasing the surface durability. So what are the characteristics of ideal paint? So first, it has to form thin film and uniform nature. The color of paint should withstand the adverse environmental conditions for a long time. It should be easily applicable with a brush or spraying devices. It should have an attractive and pleasing appearance. The surface of the paint should not show cracks after drying. It should be elastic, that is, it must be able to withstand the change in temperature. It should be resistant to corrosion and protect material over which it is used. So it must not allow algae to grow on it. It should not have any joints visible in between. No marks of roller or brush should be visible in the form of bubbles and stripes. So if you see all these properties, you can say that is ideal paint. So let us classify the paints. So water based paints, which is distemper, and type is acrylic and synthetic. In the water based, another one is emulsion. Interior, exterior, we can use it. Oil based paints, enamel paints. Water based and oil based, distemper, emulsion and enamel. So if you see interior and exterior purposes, acrylic and synthetic paints in distemper category. Types of paint: acrylic paint, automotive paint, concrete paint, eggshell paint, enamel paint, latex paint, metallic paint, texture paint, epoxy paint, emulsion paint, distemper paint, oil paint, synthetic paint, aluminum paint, plastic paint, bituminous paint, cellulose paint, anti-corrosive paint. Let us see all of them in a detailed manner. So let us see first the acrylic paint. The term acrylic refers to the chemicals that contain acryl oil group derived from the acrylic acids such as polyacrylonitrile and polymethyl methacrylate, PMME. So it's a water based paint, fast and drying paint, scratch resistant, no much strong chemical smell. So it will be available in many varieties. Automotive paint, if you see clearly, it is applied for automobiles. So the paint is used on automobiles for both protection and appearance purposes. 4 types are available, such as lacquer, urethane, water based and enamel. Lacquer gives the smooth and glossy shine, and urethane are highly toxic, should take precautions while using. Enamel gives a nice glossy finish, Water based is non-toxic and best for use. Concrete paint, if you see, it will be applied on the paint, ingredients being resin, hardener, lime, Portland cement. Heat resistant and waterproof, it can be used for interior and exterior surfaces. It is generally preferred for driveways, garages, etc. So popular for bearing heavy traffic on it. Eggshell paint, so it is a type of paint finish that actually looks like surface of the eggshell. So it is good to use on doors and windows. So it is washable and dirt resistant, durable protective coating, strong and resistant to damage, and it can be used in bathrooms, kitchens, guest rooms, doors, windows, etc. It is slightly lustrous compared to flat finish. That means it is a bit shiny. Enamel paint, so it dries so hard. So all these images will represent the topic discussing here. So if you see, it dries very hard, glossy, and it will have opaque finish. It is cleaned by paint thinner or mineral spirits. It is used for interior and exterior surfaces of the building. Contains heat resistant properties. It is available in water or solvent based urethane and polyurethane. Latex paint, if you see the latex word, it originally refers to the use of rubber in the form of another as a resin or solid in paint. So the solvent or thinner is called as vehicle. Sometimes it refers to acrylic paint. It is invented in 1940s. It made of resin using rubber tree produced with binder. Latex synthetic binder is used for latex paint. Crack, peel and scratch resistant. It is also resistant to water, alkali cleaners. Synthetic latex is made from chemicals. Metallic paint, if you see, the small metal flakes are included in the paint to create the sparkling effect, mimicking the metal surface. It is also known as polychromatic paint. It is available in many colors. It is corrosion resistant, expensive, and it also consists the base coat with lacquer and urethane. And it is most common in automobiles, vehicles. Texture paint, so it's a heavy consistency paint and coarse grain consisting usually gypsum and sand with a water thinned binder. It gives extraordinary look. Made for holding extra texture design, good wall designs compared to the plain walls. So resin and other additives are used to make the texture intact. So the texture can be changed according to the requirement. So multiple textures are possible. UV resistant, stain and crack resistant. It can be used for old walls. Epoxy paint. So if you see, epoxy is a class of resin derived by polymerization from epoxides. So it is a thermosetting resin made from resins and other additives used for hard surfaces such as floors and walls. So it gives a glossy look. If you see this image, you can see you can get it. UV, heat, water and corrosion resistant. This paint is used as a durable finishing touch to flooring in garages, basements, patios and decks. Emulsion paint, if you use a water based paint, not shiny. It's a matte finish. An emulsion is liquid or cream which is a mixture of two or more liquids such as oil and water which do not naturally mix together. It made from synthetic particles, pigment, water. So it is less toxic and better to use. Easy to apply and dries very quickly. It can be used for wood, metal, indoor and outdoor. Distemper paint is an ancient type of paint. This is an early form of whitewash made from the water, chalk and pigment. So often animal based glue like egg or adhesive qualities of resin that comes from the solidified milk are used. As a decorative paint, it is easily marked and cannot get wet. It is not waterproof. Most often used in interior surfaces. So if you see oil paint, they are generally used for wood and metallic surfaces. And these paints, various oils like linseed, poppy oil, castor oil, etc., are used as a carrier. So these are used in finishing and protection of wood in buildings. So synthetic paint, it is made from synthetic resins. This paint will set very quickly. It's glossy and durable, have better flow and are easy to apply. Drying is by evaporation of solvent by oxidation and chemical change. Synthetic paints are applied on wood and metal. Aluminum paint, this is visible in darkness. Very finely ground aluminum is suspended in quick drying spirit varnish or slow drying oil varnish. So aluminum paint can be used for fine interior work and surface of the metals. It is widely used for painting gas tanks, hot water pipes, radiators, etc., and also sometimes on road in order to get visibility in darkness also. Plastic paint, if you see, that's a water based paint which contains plastics. It gives very smooth matte finish with washable properties. It's durable and can be cleaned easily. It can be easily applied on plastered walls. So these are used wherever high class work is required, such as sophisticated buildings. Bituminous paint, it is made from the dissolved asphalt or tar, which gives it a characteristic black color. It is a waterproof and alkali resistant. It is not suitable for applications where it is exposed to sun, since it will have deteriorating properties. Bituminous paint is commonly used for underwater works, iron works, concrete foundations, wooden surfaces, and iron pipes. And not in this road. So bituminous, so just the surface is representing bituminous, and it will be used underwater, not on the sun exposed surfaces. It also helps provide rust resistance when applied in the metals. Cellulose paint, it is produced from celluloid sheets, amyl acetate, and photographic films. So adhesion can be improved by adding castor oil. Surfaces can easily be cleaned and washed after the paint dries. It gives very smooth finish and has good hardness and resistant to water, smoke, and acids. It is commonly used in cars and airplanes. It is expensive. Anti-corrosive paint, as the name indicates, this paint will prevent the corrosive properties. So corrosive resistant pigment and chemical moisture resistant binder are used in order to serve the purpose. Made from linseed oil, zinc, chrome, and fine sand. It has black color. It's durable and affordable, normally used for metallic surfaces and pipes like grills, gates, etc. So let us see the process of painting a new wall. So pre-painting we do have. First we have to check the surface for incidence and dampness or water seepage. Rectify water seepage problems at source if any, such as repairing leakage pipes or cracks, exterior walls. It must be very dry before applying the paint. We have to very clearly check the surface. Any loose plaster should be removed from the wall, existing plaster. Check for the loose plaster by tapping on the walls. A hollow sound indicates the loose plaster. Then you have to apply the new plaster on the surface to measure for few months after application of the coat to ensure that the drying of the plaster. Then you have to scrape it with the sandpaper in order to ensure that the surface is dry and free from dust, dirt, or grease. So cracked or flakes should be sealed properly with the sealant before painting. So that is all pre-painting works we have to observe. Painting. The process of painting is the first thing you have to do is wall surface is to be prepared using wall putty with a specialized equipment and let it dry for 24 hours. Sanding of walls is done with the sandpaper to make the base even and balanced. So coats of primer is applied on the surface using brushes and roller. A base of chalk powder mixed with the white enamel is applied on the walls to make it even smoother. Sanding of walls is done with the sandpaper in order to make the base even and balanced. A second layer of the same putty is applied to make it look more smooth and balanced. And errors are checked and repaired using putty and putting of knife, followed by the sanding of walls. First coat of the paint is applied on the walls in W formation with the roller and brushes. Second layer of paint is applied in same W pattern. Final repairs are examined if any. Final third coat is applied on the walls to make the wall look beautiful. The defects in painting, if you see, is the blistering. So you can see the bubbles over it. That is called as a blistering. Fungus, so growth of bacteria and algae. Bittiness, if you see the harshness here is a bleeding. The removal of paint as a patch, as in a patches, brush marks, so improper painting that indicates chalking. So if you touch the paint, your hand will absorb the painting color, that's chalking. Cracking, if you see the flakes of paints are being removed in a paint, just cracking here. Flaking is the sequence of cracking. Flakes will be removed off automatically. So efflorescence due to presence of salts, you can see the colored patches over here. Patchiness, patches due to improper painting, as a peeling. The removal of paint surface is a sagging. So due to improper paint, the paint will like pouring down. So causes of failure in painting. So what causes all these defects? So bad workmanship, moisture, salts and alkalis. That is due to that will cause efflorescence, moisture, dampness. That may cause the bacterial growth, unsuitable surfaces and unsuitable paints, wrong choice of paint, tools of painting. So wood finishes, let us see the varnishing process. So first the sand down the wood, repeat the sanding process with progressively finer again. Inspect the wood to determine whether or not you are satisfied with the surface. So first you have to do the sanding process in order to keep the surface ready for varnishing. So varnishing process, now wipe down the wood and remove any dust after sanding. Test the color before proceeding with the stain. So you have to first test the color whichever is required. Then you have to apply the stain using a rag or brush. Now start by applying the stain on a small area like leg or drawer front. Continue applying the stain and then wipe away the excess before it dries. So if you see whenever it is having an extra patch, just remove it with the cloth. Pick a finish for your wood: lacquer, touchwood, melamine, PU, polyester. Apply one coat of base coat, usually termed as sealer, using compressor machine or rag. Rag means cloth. Sand it once again and match the colors that is mismatched. Now apply second coat of the base using a compressor machine or rag. Sand it once again for the last time and match the colors using strainer. Now apply the final top coat termed as gloss, matte or satin matte or semi-gloss. The final product for the old woodwork, first old paint or polish is removed using the paint remover and gloves when the same process is followed. So application of paints, we shall see in interiors. Walls, we generally use distemper, luster, enamel and emulsion paints. For metals, we will be using enamel paints. For wood finish, we will be using wood varnish. For exteriors, we go for emulsion, textured and cement paints. So these are the tools required for painting: brush, crack seal, roller, sandpaper, thinner, turpentine oil, putty, masking tape, glasses, ladder, cling wrap, wall putty, spray gun, compressor, water, tray, dhoti, primer, chalk powder, plaster of Paris, cleaner. That's all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more civil engineering and general studies videos. Thank you.